O'Donnell and then Senator Dooley.
Thank you, Chair, and can I echo the words of welcome for Congressman Neal, and indeed congratulate him as well on his re-election as Chairman of the Ways and Means Committee. I just want to take the opportunity to thank Congressman Neal, Chair, for all of his hard work over many decades now in the effort to assist building peace and prosperity here in Ireland. And I also want to welcome his remarks, Chair, last week in an online discussion with Ireland's future, that he hopes to see Irish unity. So do I, Congressman Neal. So thank you for that continued support, and hopefully we'll deliver that without undue delay as well. Chairman, you've spoke at length already, and the outgoing Congress was very clear around the issue of a trade deal between the UK and the US. If there was any jeopardisation of the Good Friday Agreement or the imposition of a hard border. I don't think there should be any border in Ireland, but certainly the imposition and the rolling back in terms of a border and the economic and societal and political harm that would do. And I welcome the fact that you have reaffirmed that commitment very clearly and very directly to us here today, and as welcome and as positive as this engagement has been, Chairman. I also think part of our rationale with this engagement today was to provide you the platform to hopefully reaffirm and assert that just as directly and as bluntly as you have this afternoon. So I just want to make a couple of brief observations, and then I have two questions, Congressman Neal, because as you know, the Good Friday Agreement pertains to issues more than just trade. It goes beyond that. It permeates into every and all aspects of our life right across this island. And as you can probably guess, I'm from our second city, Belfast, in the north, but I'm a member of the Senate here in Dublin. And the elements of the Good Friday Agreement that you've referred to Strand 2 already, the North-South institutions and arrangements, but crucially too in the context of Brexit, Chairman Neal, is the rights agenda. There's 156 areas of all-Ireland cross-border working. The British government continues to call for the scrapping of all or parts of the European Convention on Human Rights, and the application of the Convention on Human Rights is a core component of the Good Friday Agreement. It's hardwired into that agreement as well. So no one knows what's coming in the coming days, Congressman Neal, and what type of Brexit we're going to end up with on the 1st of January, but we do know that there's no good outcome. There's only varying degrees of harm caused to this island as a result of Brexit. So in terms of my questions, both chairs, would Congressman Neal be willing to report or audit the application of Brexit against the Good Friday and subsequent agreements to ensure that all parts of the agreements are protected in advance of any British-US trade deal? And while I know our own Cathaoirleach, Senator Daly, has invited you to the Seanad in person, and I hope to see you, I also wonder, would it be fitting and timely health restrictions allowing for a delegation from the Congress to return to Ireland in the new year to see it first-hand for themselves, the outworking of Brexit? So again, just to congratulate you on your re-election as Chairman, and to thank you, and we look forward to working with you in not just the immediate days ahead as we face into Brexit, but also beyond that. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. And yes, I would be more than happy to personally help to audit the agreement as it was originally reached. And we could do that, I think, with some great authority after a special envoy is named here. I think that that would be very helpful to the process as well as we engaged. And even as Senator Daly pointed out, Chairman Daly pointed out that my mother's family, the Garveys, hail from Kerry in Vintry on the Dingle Peninsula. There's another reality here as well, and that is another grandmother who was born in County Down in Banbridge. And I think that you mentioned Belfast. If anybody ever wants to see the success of what the peace dividend has meant, they would just take a look at Belfast today. And I know there are always challenges and hurdles, but what has happened in a city that 30 years ago when I visited, it was war-torn. And today there is a fledgling sense of optimism and new prosperity. And I think much of it can be attached to the success of the Good Friday Agreement. And I also think that the announcement from the UK about a new investment also promotes the idea of something that we think is essential, and that is all Ireland institutions. You know, for the better part of decades, tourists from across America who might have had relatives who were from the North, they never visited. The reports of the strife every day kept millions of people from visiting that spectacular vista along the coast. And I think that it's a reminder of a new day. There are now 2 generations of children that have grown up not knowing the violence and the mayhem every day that confronted the people in that small geographic area. And men and women of goodwill have helped to forge a path forward. So I appreciate that, and I would be happy. We're enthusiastic about visiting in the spring or maybe early summer, but we want to do that because we do want to witness some of the success that our dimension has provided to this process.
Thank you, Chair.